it's Alexi here bringing you today's children's message. Today we're talking about a very important topic, prayer. But before we begin talking about how we should pray, we should talk about why we pray. So let me ask you this. I want you to think about your very best friend. Who is your best friend? Now let me ask you this. Do you talk to your best friend? Do you talk to them every once in a while? Do you never talk to them? Or do you talk to them every day? For me and my best friends, we share all day, every day. We talk about the highs, we talk about the lows, and everything in between because we're sharing with one another because we're friends. Well, that's exactly what God calls us to do. He wants us to be in relationship with Him, and we can't be in relationship with Him if we don't ever talk to Him, right? That'd be kind of weird. So He asks us to pray to Him, to bring everything to Him, the highs and the lows and everything in between. And so when we pray, we build a stronger relationship with Him, and we remember who it is that we can trust and will provide for us. Now, it kind of can get tricky to pray. I don't know if you've ever been put on the spot to pray and didn't know what to pray, but there's some really easy ways we can remember what to pray for. The first way is called ACTS, and ACTS stands for Adoration, Confession, Thanksgiving, and Supplication. Now the first one, adoration, is basically a fancy word for praise. He wants us to remember that we praise Him in everything. So that might look a little like, Dear Lord, you are wonderful, you are just, you are merciful and gracious and amazing, and that's how you would give praise to God. The second thing to do is confess, which basically means dump all of the things we've done to God. Give it all to Him. So you might say, I really wasn't nice to my siblings this week, or I didn't listen to my parents. Anything like that you might have done, and even pray for the things that you don't realize you did, because we're not perfect and we might not even recognize sometimes when we do something we're not supposed to do. So we give that all to God when we confess. The third one is thanksgiving. So we give thanksgiving to God. We thank Him for all of the awesome, wonderful things He's given us. So whatever happened the last week that was really, really good, think about that and praise and give Him thanks for those gifts. Whether it was maybe something you got that you were really hoping and waiting for, or something really good happened, maybe you just spent really good time with your family, right? Give all of that to Him. And then the last thing is supplication, which basically means that we pray for others and ourselves, anything that we might need. And that brings us to the second part. Okay, the second way we're going to pray, I need everyone to hold up your hands like you're praying, just like this. Are you doing it? Okay, so the first thing you're going to pray for is with your thumb. Your thumb is closest to you, so you're going to pray for those who are closest to you. Then you have your index finger, and that is used for pointing, right? So we're going to pray for those who point you in the right direction, whether that be your teachers, your pastor, Sunday school teachers, youth workers. Just kidding. And then we have the tallest finger. So we're going to pray for the government and the president and all of those who are leading. We're going to give them prayers. This next one we have is our ring finger. And our ring finger is actually the weakest of all our fingers. And that's going to remind us to pray for anybody who is feeling weak, anyone who needs anything or is helpless. We give them our prayers because it's really important. And last but definitely not least, and the smallest little guy is going to be praying for ourselves, because it's very important to remember to pray for everyone else, but it's also important to pray for anything we might need, because He promises to answer our prayers. So now what I want everyone to do after this video is practice praying using the axe and your finger method to pray for everyone, okay? If everyone can try that, that'd be awesome. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and I hope you guys have a very blessed week.